Hey, it's Miranda Praza here. I'm a senior director from Ohio, and I'm really excited to talk to you today about one of my favorite topics, follow up. Now, I'm going to share two different parts of this. I want to share specifically right now in our businesses why follow up can matter. But I also first want to share with you a little bit more broadly why follow up can matter. So, the first thing I want to share with you is that there are two things that I want you to think about before you even get to follow up. And that is first, you have to know your why. Your why might be a big, broad why that has been true whether you've been a consultant for 1 month, 1 year, or 10 years. Or your why might right now be seasonal. You have something right in front of you that is the thing that gets you to work every day. Whether it's seasonal or whether it's long term, you've got to know your why. Because, like I just said, that's what gets you to work every day. That's what makes the fun things even more fun. And that's what makes those things that take you outside your comfort zone able to be accomplished. After you've thought about your why, you've written it down, you've shared it, you're truly attached to it. Now you've got to set goals. You know why you're doing what you're doing, but where are you trying to get to? Because these two things are going to help you the most to stay on track with any habit that you're trying to change, honestly, in your life or in your business. So that's what I've done. I have done that in the past. And for me, it was about 4.5 years ago when I set a goal and I truly knew why I was going to do why I was doing what I was doing. What happened next is I figured out that follow up was what was going to get me from that point A of realizing that to point B where I am at now. So I want to talk to you just a little bit about that, but I really want to encourage you to write down your why and set your goals. Whether it's for this season or the next year, you've got to do those things. And as you do that, you will establish habits and actions that fulfill your goals and fulfill your why, and they're going to help you work smarter, not harder. And so if follow up is going to be one of those, I'm grateful to be here to talk to you about that today. As I mentioned, this happened 4.5 years ago for me when I set my first big goal with 31 to earn the Leadership Council. What I realized was when I was going to set a goal for sales or set a goal for parties, I wasn't going to get sales and parties without people. So I had to start conversations. I had to keep those conversations going when they didn't get the action I wanted to when I wanted them to do. I had to set myself apart and become the consultant for those people and build something that they wanted to be a part of. And I had to do that over and over again. I had to follow up with brand new people and with some of my old people to re-engage them. And I had to find consistency in my business. And so that's what I'm inviting you to be a part of starting right now. Now is a better time than ever to really decide this because, ladies, we just experienced October and November, which are two of the biggest months of the year, meaning you talked to more people than you probably typically do. And if you didn't, don't you worry, because there's still a lot of exciting reasons to come up that you can get started today. So with the opportunity where we are in the height of shopping season and we still have a good 2 weeks left of that, we have used that opportunity to maybe talk to new people, to present a different idea of our business with gift giving or personalized products. Maybe we've engaged with people we wouldn't have normally done that with, or maybe we have met new people because we had more parties than we normally have had before. So we don't want to leave that as, oh great, that was a good 2 months. We want to build the potential off of that. We want to bridge the gap between holiday shopping and the spring catalog. So our spring catalog launches March 1st, but it's just the beginning of December. So in between there, we want to have repeat customers. We want to turn customers into hostesses or even team members. We want to keep the conversation going all the way until March when our new catalog launches. So you're going to be able to do that through efforts and follow-up. You're going to turn the party guest in October and November into a person who has joined your Facebook community, who you've begun a conversation with about the new products in December, who then you can continue that conversation with to book her in December or talk to her about the celebration event and sale that are going to happen in January. Then you're going to be able to talk to her about the exciting customer and hostess specials in February, and you're going to keep her engaged all the way into launching a new catalog in spring. So I am telling you that follow-up is worth the investment to have that continuous conversation right now during holiday season and really anytime in your business. So as I get to started more to share some tips with you, I want you to think about a few things. What is follow-up going to do for you? It's going to help you build genuine relationships. Those genuine relationships can lead to true friendships. They can also lead to referrals. You're going to have repeat customers because when you follow up with her, she's going to order from you again because you know what? If you don't follow up with her, she's going to order from someone else or she's going to find something else to be that perfect solution or gift for her even outside of 31. They're also going to turn into bookings. Maybe it's a booking from her or it's a booking from her best friend or sister. She might even turn into a new team member, which means more wishes rewards for you. And ultimately, all of those things, when you do them over and over again, you're going to develop consistency in your business, and this is going to build this is going to create a cycle where not only will it build consistency, but with long-term consistency, you have exponential growth. And so then you're going to achieve your goals that you've set, you're going to fulfill your why, you're going to earn those fun incentives, and it's going to be worth the investment of time. Now, I've said that twice now because I want to go back to something that happens a lot when I talk about follow-up with people. And the first thing that happens when people say to me, Miranda, can you share with me, like, what's your secret? Like, what are your tips? How do you do what you do? And when I say, honestly, it's not about sales tips. It's really about follow-up. If there's one thing that I would attribute my success to, it is follow-up and building customer relationships. Also hostess coaching, but I'm not here to talk about that today. So people say that all the time, they don't have the time. And here's the question I would ask you if that's you. If you'd already maybe mumbled that underneath your breath or in your mind, do you have time every month to scramble to book parties for the next month? Do you have time when you set that big goal to wonder who you're going to contact to do that? Do you have time to feel like you're burning people out because you're doing the same thing over and over again because you're just reaching out to the people that you're comfortable with or that you know? And if you find yourself being one of those people and wondering how much time you spend on that, not just literal time, but your emotional energy and time as well, then I would encourage you to step outside your comfort zone and realize that investing a little bit now, just like financially, will pay off later. And that's why they say the fortune is in the follow-up. So for me, this looks the same whether I just meet someone at a vendor event or out and about in town, whether they're at a home party or whether I met them on a Facebook party. Follow-up is going to be the name of the game for me. So first, I have to get to know them. So when I first meet them, I'm very intentional about finding out some specific details that I can follow up with. I also, when they're at a party, I ask why they're looking at the products they're looking at, because that not only helps me get to know them, but it helps me know the other products that I can suggest later. And then lastly, I am committed to making them feel important, to making them feel that I am grateful, and to making them become a part of what I do. So there's a quote I want to share with you, and that is the quote that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think this is true in so many areas of your business, of your life, including your 31 business. Because you can have the best product and the best deal, but if people feel like you're just another direct sales girl, or you haven't made them feel special or appreciated, it doesn't matter how great that product is or how great that sale is. But when they know you care, when you have followed up with them and made sure that last product worked really great, or you told them you're grateful for them being a part of what you do, they're ready to listen for that great solution and that great deal. So another thing I want to share with you is a statistic. It is an astounding statistic. Do you know that only about 2% of business happens on the first contact? Really? Do you know that only 48% of people follow up past the second contact? Starting to do the math with me here? What's crazy is 80% of business happens on the 5th to the 12th contact. So that means, ladies, you're going to hear no or you're going to be ignored, but you're going to keep following up with people because it's going to take until the 5th contact. But do you know that only 12% of people go past 3 contacts? So if you want to look for a potential area to grow in your business, I am telling you that it is in follow-up. Now, real quickly, because I don't have a lot of time to share today, I want to tell you how simple my follow-up system is. I am primarily a home party girl, so I have physical door prize slips to refer to. But I also am flexible and hardworking, and so I have built an online business as well, and I just use a Google form for my door prize instead. And instead of writing on the back of them, I use that Google Sheets form and add in notes there. So I have a door prize slip that comes at the end of my party to ask questions about how they would like to be a part of my business. And then I take these door prize slips and I put them into my cute Ruby Mini that says my business name on it, because branding is super important. And after every party, I take the door prize slips and I put them together either with a clip or a staple, and I write the hostess's name and the date on the front. And then I am committed to at least 3 to 5 follow-ups. The first one is a simple thank you that can even be a copy and paste, where I tell her I appreciate her for being a part of my why and my hostess's night. I introduce myself as the bag lady from the party. On my second contact, I switch that verbiage and I introduce myself as her bag lady. I do that one before the party is delivered, and I make sure that they are excited to get their things. If I can wrote it down or I can recall, I specifically reference the products she is waiting for and how she's going to use them. My third contact comes after her products are delivered. I always check in with the hostess first. I make sure she has them out of the plastic bags and they are working just as she had imagined. If they were a gift and I know that, then I ask if she's been able to give that yet. My fourth contact can't quite be as specific because maybe I've already booked a party with her and the fourth contact is going over her hostess packet. Maybe she's ignored me the whole time, and my fourth contact is simply to say, hey, I know life is busy and I wanted to make sure you loved your products, but I also wanted to let you know that this is coming. Maybe it's the sale in January. Maybe it's the new catalog in March. Maybe it's the new winter seasonal guide or spring seasonal guide. The fourth contact is about the next thing because I want to keep that conversation going. Back to when I referenced right now, we've got great conversation from holiday shopping. We want to keep that conversation going. So our fourth contact now might be with February's special, whether it's customer or hostess special or March's catalog. She may have ignored you, or you may have had an ongoing conversation where she's joined your Facebook group and you have her down as a potential hostess, or you're working on her as a potential team member as well. The fifth contact might be a chance to say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate the opportunity I had to hang out with you in October, and I'm always here. Here's my Facebook group or my email or my website when you're ready to engage with that. Or it might be a stronger follow-up. I'm just telling you, ladies, I can't tell you exactly what it's going to look like because these conversations have to be organic. They have to be naturally following. I could give you verbiage and I could tell you exactly how many days to follow up and exactly what you're supposed to say. But then that's not natural. That might not be fulfilling your why. It might not be building a genuine relationship. I can tell you those first two are pretty specific, but after that you have to follow them. But it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't need a fancy system. Something super simple like this where you jot down the notes. This can go anywhere with you. And in your Google form, I love Google because it can be on my phone, on my laptop, on my iPad, or on my computer. But reach until that fifth contact. Know your why. Have your goal set. Be committed to reaching outside of your comfort zone and trying something new with follow-up, because those statistics prove that there is potential in growing in this area. And I am telling you from experience that when you do it consistently, you will grow exponentially. Your why will be fulfilled, your goals will be met, your incentives will be earned, and you will grow your contact base. You will know where your next party is coming from, and I promise you, you won't feel like you're spending too much time on follow-up. I really appreciate the chance to have shared something I'm so passionate about and has impacted me and my business and my family so immensely. I hope that you are able to sit down and look at those first 10 people that you can follow up with. Maybe pick a few from your Facebook group, a few from your last party, a few that are on your chicken list, and a few that when you look back over time you just never followed up with and you think there's potential with something new coming. Don't let yourself get frozen. Just start somewhere. Pick 10 people, follow up with them, and then work the steps moving forward. I hope that you have an awesome rest of this season and that these tips have proven helpful to you. Bye.